Okay, welcome. My name is Louise and I'm going to take you through your beginner's Pilates class this afternoon. I'm just going to introduce myself. I've been doing Pilates for about 6 weeks, practicing at home. So this is my video assessment. So they'll be looking at me, not you guys, so don't worry. All beginners, we've got to start somewhere, okay? So the idea behind the class, I've brought it right down to the basics of Pilates, using the traditional classical moves. There's 34 of them. We haven't got 34, we haven't got time to do 34 today, so we'll do a handful of them. The structure of the class, we'll be doing a warm-up, where we'll be doing some mobility, finding our neutral position and focusing on our breath. Then we'll go into the main phase, where we will do 10 to 12 of the classical moves. Again, looking at breathing, focusing on our posture, so realigning our body, doing some flexibility movements, building strength and focusing on our core. Then we'll finish off with the nice bit at the end, flexibility moves, 15 to 30 seconds on each of them, and relaxation. Okay? So the class can be done in your trainers, socks or bare feet, that is up to you. And the only equipment you're going to need today are your mats. Okay? Don't plan fire alarms, however if the alarm does go off, we're going to exit through this door, out the back of the building and work our way through round to the front of the building where the coach bay is. There's a big sign that says fire assembly point. And then lastly, got your parking forms, thank you for signing those. I have filed them away, just to confirm there's no medical issues and no injuries that I need to be focusing on today. Perfect. Great, shall we begin? Lovely. So we're just going to find our neutral position to start with. Bring your feet hip width apart, roll your shoulders back. I just want your head to relax into your shoulders. With your tummy, I want you to pull those muscles in as tightly as you feel you can possible. So sometimes using on a scale of 1 to 10, 10, you're really squeezing. We don't actually want to go to 10. About a 6 or a 7. So it's engaged, but not forcefully, okay? Then with your hips, I just want you to tuck your hips underneath so that you're not going to see your bum sticking out. So we'll do a couple of pelvic tilts as well. So if we push the hips backwards, maintaining that neutral position, I want you to imagine your pelvis is a bucket of water and you're letting the water spill out. Tuck your hips back underneath so that your bucket of water is now full. Go again the other way, let the water spill, tap back under. Good, just a couple of those. Fantastic, good. Now, we're going to come back to somewhere in the middle. So we don't want to be spilling the water, we also don't want to be all the way underneath, somewhere that's comfortable for you. Place one hand on top of your belly button and the other. Now, if you were to lean forwards, you might notice that your thumb and your finger have overlapped. You've come out of neutral position. So we're always going to try and maintain that nice straight back. When we lean forwards, we want the thumb and the finger to touch but not overlap. Same with anything lifting, or if we, let me think, there might be a stretch that we do. If we've got a gap here, you've lost your neutral position. So just think of those things as we go through the class. I will keep reminding you. From here, keep your hands on your belly. Lots of breathing throughout the class. If you want to really relax, close your eyes. Take a big deep breath in. And breathe out. Breathing in again. And breathing out. Now keep going with those breaths. I want you to fill that oxygen up in your lungs. Open up your chest. Open up your rib cage. Get as much oxygen into your lungs. And just really kind of unwind and relax. Bring your hands to your side. Maintain that strong pelvis, strong core. Breathing in and breathing out. Lovely. Stay in that neutral position. We're going to go into our mobility. Bring your chin down towards your chest. We're just going to roll the chin towards your right shoulder. Back down towards your chest, then the other way. And now we're going to bring some breath into that. So breathing in here, and breathing out, as you take your chin to your shoulder. If you're happy with that, you can speed it up. So the class is done at your own pace. If you want to slow things right down, or if you're happy, you can go a little bit faster. But focus on that breath. Breathing in, breathing out. A couple more of those. Breathing in, breathing out. Come back to center and just bring your chin up. We're now going to go from side to side. So looking to the right, back to center, to the left, and let's bring the breath in. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Lovely. Now we're just mobilizing that neck, just warming it up very gently, back to center. Good. Now we do some arm circles. So with your left arm, take your fingertips all the way up to the ceiling, brush your bicep past your ears, breathing out, breathing in. Good. Now we want to focus on keeping that belly button pointing forwards. Try not to rotate the hips too much as you swing. Fantastic. And let's go the other way, breathing out, breathing in. Lovely, good. All the way up, nice control. Be smooth with that rotation in the shoulder joint. And by your side, let's go the other way. Fingertips all the way up, back and round. Breathe out. Breathe in. Lovely. So you should be starting to feel a little bit warmer now. Let's do one more this way, and then we'll change to the other. Breathe out. Breathe in. Wonderful. Let's do two more. Place your hands by your sides. Lovely. Relax those shoulders again. Shake it out if you want to. We're now going into a half roll down. So maintain that natural position here, core engaged. Bring your chin towards your chest. Vertebrae by vertebrae, I want you to slowly hang down towards the floor. You're just taking your hands down to your knees. Halfway is absolutely fine. And then bringing your spine back up to the ceiling, vertebrae by vertebrae. Bringing the shoulders back up, looking forwards. Breathe in and breathe out. Down we go again, nice and slow. Articulate your spine, so one at a time, curving. And each time that you do this, you could reach a little further. Have a little stretch, hold it. Breathing in, breathing out. And if you're happy with that, we can just increase the speed slightly. Breathing in, breathing out. Down to the shins. Let it hang. Roll back up. Curve the spine. Bring the shoulders back up. Roll the shoulders back. Lovely. And again, let's do two more. You can stay. Hold that stretch. Fiddle through the hamstrings. Coming back up. Breathing out. One more, down we go, very gently. Little deeper stretch if you want to. Pulling that belly button up through to your spine. Feel the stretch through the back. Lovely. Good. Roll it out, shake it out again. Now we're going to go back to those pelvic tilts. So belly button in, you can use your hips to exaggerate the movement and then pull back underneath. So stick your bottoms out and pull the hips underneath. So it's nice to just warm up those hip area. Breathe out, breathe in. Good. Keeping the belly button in. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, 1 more. Good. All right, ready to warm the legs up. Just go a heel toe wider with your toes pointing out slightly. Roll your shoulders back again, bracing your core. You can keep your hands on your hips for your squats, or place your hands on your shoulders, whichever you prefer. But we should keep looking forwards, bend your hips, and then bring your knees. They're going to come in line with your toes, and then rise. And again, we go down, very slowly, and rise. So breathing, we're going to breathe in as we go down, and then breathe out as you lift. So I want you to imagine you're pushing your little toe, big toe, and the heel in towards the floor, keeping those knees in line with the toes. Keep that back nice and straight. Roll your shoulders back. Perfect, good. Now let's add some arm swings in. Lift the arms in front, and then rise. Breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. Perfect. Let's do 3 more. So just going down as far as you feel comfortable with. No lower than your knees. Lovely, well done. Perfect, standing tall. Now bring your arms out straight. We're just going to do some rotations. So just warming up that spine a little bit more. Very gently, left to right. Breathing out as you twist. Breathing in at the center. So when we do this move, imagine you've got a bit of string at the top of your head. Lengthen your spine. Try and keep those hips facing forwards. Let's do 2 more. Perfect. Okay, bring your feet together. We're going to go down to the floor into our cat-cow. So let's face this way, yeah. Hands underneath your shoulders and your hips directly underneath your hips. Your knees underneath your hips. So if you use the mirror, you want a nice straight back. Again, I want you to lengthen your spine. So if you feel a bit squashed, you could just walk forwards a little bit. Pull in your belly button all the way up to your spine. We're going to take a big deep breath in, and as you breathe out, you're going to stick your bottom out and lift your chin in front. Then we breathe in again, and breathing out, you bring your spine all the way up to the ceiling. Breathe in, and breathe out. Lovely, keep going, I'm just going to check. Make sure you're okay with that one. So try and C-curve your spine. Take your time, don't rush. I want to feel the spine lengthening and shortening. The same with your tummy muscles. Lengthen, shorten. Well done, Chloe, lovely. Let's do 2 more. And let's just sit back into child's pose. Arms out in front. Sit your bottom back down onto your heels. Place your forehead onto the mat. And just take a second. Breathe. Again, filling up those lungs. Open up the chest. Breathing out. Breathing in for 4. Breathing out for 4. Again, feel that spine lengthens. A nice stretch through the lats into your armpits. Lower back is lengthening. Perfect. Right, are we all feeling nice and warm? Yes? Okay, let's move on to our back. So we're going to focus now on a lot of core strength, okay? Don't worry if you haven't got any. Okay, it's absolutely fine. Let's find our neutral position though, in a supine position. So when we're laying on our backs, how do we get that neutral spine? So again, we can go with our pelvic tilts, pushing your belly button up to the ceiling or even tucking them underneath, belly button down to the floor, pushing the spine into the ground, okay? However, our neutral spine isn't either of those, it's actually somewhere in the middle. So if you can find that position, so your back isn't fully grounded but also not lifted. Hands on your chest, let's do a couple of breaths here. And breathe out. squish together, just lengthen that neck, roll your shoulders down a bit more. And now one more breath. And breathe out. Alright, moving into our classical moves. So bring your hands down to the floor. I'm going to show you like an intermediate level, and I'll show you the regression and the progression on all of the moves I'm about to demonstrate. So maintaining that neutral spine here, we're going to lift one leg up off the floor to tabletop, followed by the other. What you don't want is your spine to arch, you get a dome in your tummy. So just realign yourself once you are here, and we're going into 100s. So I'll demonstrate first. We're going to do 5 pumps, and you breathe out, and then 5 pumps, and you breathe in. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, when you're ready, lift that chest up off the floor, push your hands in, breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue. Your option, if you find that too intense, you can keep your head on the floor. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you still find that too intense, bring your heels to the floor. Head can stay lifted or on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come down. Take a second. How did that feel? Okay? Good. Let's see if you want to try the advanced move. We're going to do it one more time. Come to tabletop, find that neutral position. 45 degrees in the legs. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. Please feel free to not do the 45 degrees if you find that too much. Go to a tabletop, place your feet on the floor. Do 10 more pumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely, and relax. Give your knees a cuddle. So that one really hits deep in the tummy, those abdominal muscles, building your strength there. Breathe. Roll from side to side. Let's give the back a little massage. Okay, we're going to go into a single leg stretch. So whilst maintaining that neutral position here, if you've forgotten about it, start again, pull those tummy muscles in nice and tight. You're going to keep one knee into your chest and extend the opposite one to tabletop. With your outside hand, take it down to the outside of your shin and your inside hand to your inner knee. Okay? This can be done with your head on the floor or lifted. I'll show you both. But we have a little stretch with that knee that is closest to you. And then you switch, and you switch, okay? If you want to, you make it harder by lifting. So when you're ready, join in. So heads can stay on the floor, they can be lifted. And with the leg that you're taking out, I'm taking mine out nearly all the way to the floor. You don't have to. If you can only go halfway, that's fine. At any point you think it's too much pressure, place your head on the floor. Breathe out. So always breathing out on the concentric phase. So whenever you find anything the hardest, that is when I want you to breathe out. Bring the knee all the way in, give it a little tug. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Cuddle those knees again. How did that feel? Hit the tummy a bit more that time. Yeah, good. So just do some circles on the spine there. Push the spine in, just going round and round. And the other way. Again, don't forget to breathe. And when we have these moments in between our exercises, try and relax, try and switch off. Okay? Forget about work, forget about uni. breathe, switch off from the world. Okay, so we've done our single leg stretch. We're going to try a double stretch. Again, I'll show you the options. Your arms go up above your head and your knees go out. What we're going to do is meet in the middle, cuddle the knees, extend. Cuddle the knees, extend. Your option is to keep your head on the floor. And if you want to make it more advanced, you just take the feet out further. Okay, want to join in? Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. So lengthen those arms. Star pose. Take them out to the corner of the room. If you feel your back arching, keep the feet lifted. Breathe out. Give the knees a cuddle. We want to stretch, extend. This time, with our piece of string, they're on your toes. Someone is pulling them really far and away from you, and you're having to pull them back in. Keep going. Let's do 3 more. Lovely. Well done. 2 more. 1 more. Who's got clicky knees? Not you, Lily. And relax. This time we're not going to cuddle our knees. We're going to extend our legs straight, hands above your head. Again, close your eyes, take a minute. Let those tummy muscles recover. Let the lower back muscles relax. So those 3 moves, we're focusing on our abdominals, our core muscles, building strength through your powerhouse. So if you've got a strong core, strong powerhouse, the arms tend to follow with strength, the legs strengthen, okay? So focusing on these muscles, everything else will be strong as well. We're now going to roll onto our side, and we're going to go into a kneeling position. So if you bring your bottom knee to the floor, and then place the hand on the floor, and then straighten your top leg. We're then going to lift that front arm, so we kind of look like a star. A nice shiny star. So if you just take your hand back a little bit more, there we go. Now if you look down, your hand should be underneath your shoulder, and you should be almost straight. Okay? From here, you keep your hand on your hip to the ceiling, or even on the floor if your balance isn't great. What we're going to do is hill lifts. So we're going to lift and lower. Go at your own pace, lift and lower. So belly buttons pointing forwards, hips square. I want you to really push this bottom hip up and down. So we're now focusing on our glutes. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Good, keep going. Okay, if I touch you. Okay, just want you to try and bring your hips around a little. There we go. Perfect. There we go. A little bit wobbly. Good. Now staying in that position, we're going to pulse the leg. 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then from here, we push forwards, we push back, and we lift. Okay, so now really challenging your balance. So not just the core tummy muscles we work now, your hip flexors, your glutes, your lower back muscles, body awareness now, because now we're having to really think about this move to stop us from falling over. Breathe out, breathe in. Good, let's hold it here, let's do some circles. The little circles, backward and forwards. Round, breathe out, breathe in. And the other way. Good. How's your bottom? It's tight, I can see. Your leg doesn't want to strengthen anymore, strengthen anymore. Let's do 2 more. Good, well done. Alright, into child's pose. Whoa, feel those muscles in your bottoms. Whew. from here we're going into a kneeling plank. So we bring our elbows underneath our shoulders, relax your hands on the floor, just take your knees back a couple of steps. And again, it's a good option, use the mirror here. We want a nice straight back, belly buttons pulled in towards the spine. And we're just going to hold. Breathe in. And breathe out. If you want to make this a bit more challenging, come up onto your toes. Good, stay where you are. Okay, touch it. Just bring your hips up a bit higher. There we go. There's me saying your hips don't lie, Chloe. They're actually very good today. 4 more. Breathe in. And breathe out. 3 more breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. Feel free to drop down to your knees if it's too much. Breathe in, breathe out. 2 more rounds. And relax. Come down to your tummy. Place your hands underneath your head and just relax. Point your toes. Push those hips into the floor. Roll side to side. Perfect. Okay. Roll yourself up. We're going into our kneeling, but the other side. I'll show you another option. You can lay down and do it. So if you want to, you can come, bring your hand in front, bring your knees in front slightly, flex the top foot up and down. Okay. Chloe, you can do this kneeling. Didn't think you were getting away with it. Lily, you could as well, maybe? No, you can stay there. Alright, so you can also place the foot on the floor and just relax and then lift. Remember, we're breathing out on the concentric phase. So when you find it the hardest, so breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Good. Breathe out, breathe in. Let's stay up and pulse. Very tiny little pulses. You should feel that in that glute med there, yeah? Right at the back of that. Okay, from here, we're going forwards, back and down. Up, forwards, back, down. Breathe out. So we might do a few more little breaths on this one because the whole thing is hard. Breathe out. Hold and circle backwards. Last 30 seconds. Little circles. Wonderful. And forwards. Lift that hand up nice and high. Keep the hips forwards. 3, 2, 1. Good. Into child's pose. Sit back. Brilliant. Take a breath. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more breath. And breathe out. Okay, take your time, but we're now going to sit on our bottoms and our legs pointing out. So we're now moving into a saw. Now, just go as wide as your legs, your flexibility will allow you to go. Flex your toes and bring your hands out, stop, out to the side. Again, now we've got our string back in our head. It's pulling us up. We want a nice straight back, tummy engaged, tilt those hips forwards. With a saw, we breathe out as we twist. You bring your little finger down towards your little toe and then back to center. Hold, twist, little finger to your little toe and center. Good. Breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Little roll your shoulders back. There we go. Good. Back to center. Good. So with this one, to regress it, you just go a little slower. And you don't have to reach your toes. If you can't reach your toes, that's fine. You can only go to your ankle. Just come across the ankle as much as you can. Now with your back hand, you want to make it a bit more challenging. Can you look behind you? So we're now really lengthening and stretching the spine. Depending on how tight your hip flexors are, it might be hitting you here right now. Yes. Good. It's a nice stretch for you as well. Good. Let's do 2 more. Come back to center, lengthen, breathe out. You might find now that you're going a little bit further. No, okay. Absolutely fine. Brilliant. Bring your knees together. Okay, finishing off 2 more moves. Come back down to your backs. Let's find that neutral position again. So belly buttons in towards the spine. Not completely flat, but not arched, somewhere in between. We have a tabletop, so big focus on the abdominals again. Keep that neutral position, lift one foot, lift the other. If your tummy's bulging, bring the hips back under. So now we have tabletop position. I want you to imagine you've got a tray with 6 pint glasses of water. We don't want to spill any water on the floor. And we're also going to place a pint of water on your belly buttons. We don't want to spill any, we don't want to get wet. From here, breathing out, heel tap the floor. Back to center. Other leg. So we're going to do left and right. Breathe out as you lower that concentric phase. Keep your belly button in towards your spine. Has anyone spilled any water? Chloe, have you spilled any?
No.
Oh, good. I didn't bring a mop. Alright, you want to make it a little bit more challenging. You keep your hands where they are, and we're just going to lift the shoulders off the floor. Feel free to keep your head down. Breathe out. Breathe in. Want to make it more challenging? So your hands up above your head and behind you. And if you get here, you should feel very shaky. 2 more. 1 more. And relax. Well done. Give those knees a cuddle. Rock from side to side. Well done, ladies. We have 1 more move. Crisscross. So we're going to kind of put in tabletop, single leg stretch all together. So I'll show you first. So coming to my tabletop, I'm going to bring one knee in towards me, my fingers by my temples, and I'm going to crunch across the body, extend my opposite leg in front, and then switch. But very gently and controlled, you're just going to bring your elbow to the opposite knee. Now, to make this a little easier, just keep your head on the floor. Stick to that tabletop position, but just extend the feet out in front. We want to add in the twist. Just gently looking across the body. Now we're bringing the heat to those obliques. So those muscles down your spine. And if you've got the strength, you point the toes and push away. Breathe out as you push. Let's do 4 more. 2. And 1. Give those knees a cuddle. Oh. Right. That was the hard work. Time to stretch and relax. So hopefully you felt the heat in your tummy. Let's give it a minute to cool down. Let's stretch the legs out in front. Hands above you. And just let your body sink into the ground. Close those eyes if you want to. Still maintaining that strong core. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in again. And breathe going to spend the next 5 to 7 minutes just stretching. And we'll be looking between 15 and 30 seconds on our stretches. So we do 15 seconds for maintenance, just to help with any stiffness, prevent any injuries. And then more heading towards the 30 seconds to help improve our flexibility. So first of all, hamstring stretch. Bring your knee towards your chest, grow behind your thigh, and then point your toes up to the ceiling. Lovely. Now if you struggle to keep that opposite leg straight on the floor, just bend the knee and then pull the leg in towards you. So you've got a couple of options there. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's rotate the ankles one way and the other. Good. So hopefully you can feel the hamstring there. Point to flex the toes, get the calf stretched there a little bit as well. Place that foot on your opposite knee. So you now have a figure of 4. Hands go through the gap, grab the back of your thigh, and with that knee, you're going to pull the knee in towards you, with your opposite knee pushes out. If you're flexible, you could grab the back of your shin, just for a deeper stretch here. Hold it again, 15, 30 seconds. Breathe in and breathe out. Really relax. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier, forget about work, forget about uni. Just unwind. This is your 5 minutes peace and quiet. Bigger stretch, extend that leg up, grab behind the knee or even the thigh. We'll hold it for a bit longer here. Release. Good. If those knees are cuddled, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So straighten your opposite leg, grab the back of the thigh, bring the leg up straight if you can. Don't worry if you've got a bend in the knee. Bend your back knee if you need to, or keep it straight. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Let's rotate those ankles one way and the other. Let's place that foot on the opposite knee. So we've got that figure of 4 again. Hand goes through the thigh, through the gap. Push the knee towards your chest and the opposite knee push away. You should get a nice stretch now through the glutes there. You'll need them after those kneeling leg lifts. For a bigger stretch, straighten that front leg, grab behind the shin, pull towards you. Again, flex the point, bit of rotation. A couple more big deep breaths, everyone. Lovely. Right, come out that very gently. We're now going to go into a spine stretch. So, straighten one leg. So if we keep the left knee bent. Grab that left knee with your right knee with your left hand. Take it across the body. Look away from your knee. See if you can keep both shoulders on the floor. Place your hand flat. Rotate the head. Nice stretch through the glutes there, to your lower back, into the mid-range of your shoulder. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Come back to center. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So grab your left knee, take it across the body, and look to the left. yourself up, so bend your knees. You need to roll onto your side first and lift yourself up, you can. And then we're just going to bring the feet out in front. I'm just going to do some light rotations, nearly finished. Breathing out, breathing in, just loosen up your spine once more. And then we'll finish off in child's pose, where we will finish. Good, grab those knees into child's pose to finish. Lovely stretch for the spine. One more big deep breath in. And breathe out. Come to your bottoms. Give the shoulders a shrug. And give yourselves a big clap. Well done in your first Pilates class. Any feedback? Let me know. Thank you.